Hello, one and all. It's another episode of this thing. Today we are looking at Space Harrier 3D. Interesting story about this game. First off, I'll just say developed and published by Sega, but no surprise there, right? Interestingly, this game is a Master System exclusive, created for the Master System and only for the Master System. It was not an arcade game before. It does not have a Genesis port. There's nothing like that. So maybe it'll be slightly better than the Master System port of the first Space Harrier because it's made specifically for the system. I don't know though. Maybe it'll be bad. So far, so bad. The frame rate is everything I expected. Alright, well, it's gonna be a long haul here, no doubt. It's looking pretty much exactly like Space Harrier 1 so far, with the really cheap looking, you know, sprites that just kind of... Let me rephrase this. The sprites are all just full squares that all exist over the background separately. So you can see there, you know, you have just the full angles. It's just clipping over each other. Oh, I don't know. Well, I do know because I've seen it before in Space Harrier Uno. We'll see if this game is like more playable though, because Space Harrier 1 was a rough time. Not as bad as Afterburner, I'll give you that. Master System Afterburner is kind of a masterclass of its own in terms of trying to cram a game onto a system that it just cannot run on. Okay. Just gotta get my bearings here. Not that there's a lot to really get your bearings on. I mean, it's Space Harrier. If you've played Space Harrier, you know what to expect here. Very little, by the way, in the way of surprises. The same classic Master System sound chip music where it sounds like an old DOS edutainment game. Really corny composition as well. I know, I'm just sitting here dunking on Space Harrier, and you may say that that's a little bit unfair. I'd say, okay, fine. Maybe it is. A small indie company like Sega, you know, they can only accomplish so much. And I guess back in the day, they pretty much were all indie companies. There's really no such thing between, you know, AAA and AA and indie and all that. Hey, that thing went down real quick. Easiest boss of my life, Stage 2, Mara. Wonderful. So what have you all been up to? Let me know in the comments if you've been playing any games that have been piquing your interest. If you've been doing anything else unrelated to gaming that has been getting you all jazzed up here. I'm very interested to hear about it. I talk about myself all the time, but no, it's you time. Let me know what's going on. Got up bright and early this morning, watched the... had to die eventually. Watched the qualifier for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku City. It was a wild time. 4 red flags, 5 people total crashing. Oh, come on again. Alright, it's that part of the game now. If the actual race is as exciting as the qualifier was, then it'll be race of the year so far. That's the same problem I was having with the original Space Harrier. The depth perception is rough. Sometimes you just kind of wind up dying without thinking that you should have died. Well, okay, game over on World 2. It's to be expected, quite honestly. Oh, do we get to... Oh, yeah, alright, that's right, we get to put in our name. We are definitely going to start off as Jeff. We only get 1 F, so... My name is Jeff, but, we'll all figure it out. Welcome to Play Show. We've been to Placia. Because it's level 1. Oh, I've said it before. Even on the best of days, Space Harrier ain't really my jam. It's just, feels a little rough at times. Ah, come on. That's really rough. I gotta remember. Well, I was gonna say, I have to remember that they can in fact crash into you, but sometimes they don't crash all the way into you. Sometimes they pull back and don't crash into you. You know what I'm saying here? These guys pull straight up, which means I believe they are always safe to shoot. I've been thinking of investing in a good steering wheel. I borrowed a friend's last year, and I had a good amount of fun with it, but I didn't have a good enough chair, and it kept hurting my back using it. But now I want to get like a full mounting frame and stuff for it, and maybe just mostly use it on my PS5. Because I did certainly enjoy it. It felt fun playing some of those sim racers. Of course, I know all the sim racers on the PS5 are a little more on the arcadey side. Project Cars 1 and 2 aren't as full sim as something like Assetto Corsa. But I don't know, man. You know, I'm watching all this Formula 1. I'm getting the itch. Which I guess you would say, hey, buy F1 2020. I would say, well, that would probably be a good move. You know, if I'm enjoying the Formula 1. Oh, no. Enjoying the Formula 1. It's amazing how high your score goes in Space Harrier. It's just constantly going up. And every time you shoot something, you get like 100,000 points. Alright, we can at least get past the dragon, probably. Just don't, yeah. Just don't take one of its shots to the face. Didn't beat it nearly that quickly this time, but I still got past it. Yo, maybe you can just like stay flying forever and just slowly gain points. But that sounds like an extremely inefficient way to score, so probably wouldn't recommend it. I hate these things because I never really know where to go to avoid them. Again, because even when they're coming towards you at the screen, the scaling is so weird with this faux 3D effect. Yeah, see, like I thought I would have been safe from that one, but no, I guess not. I guess not. So how did Jeff do? I mean, yeah, Jeff did better than this guy. Dude, they just straight up have fuck built into the game. Look at that. Disrespectful. This one's name is definitely just going to be 2. It's going to be a rough episode, I can already tell. I was kind of dreading it from the very beginning. I was like, no, Space Harrier 3D. I mean, at least they're different levels than regular Space Harrier. It's not just a re-release. This is a full game in its own right here. It's just, you know, is it one you want to play? Maybe if you're like a Space Harrier mega fan, sure. But I am most certainly not a Space Harrier mega fan. Prefer my shooters to be horizontal or vertical. I know, you're saying cry me a river at this point. I do apologize for not having this episode out yesterday, by the way. That was the intention, but I found myself wrapped up in social obligations, and I did not have time. I literally didn't have even a single hour of free time to squeeze an episode in, so sometimes that'll just happen. You aim for an hour every day, but you know, sometimes real life occurs. You're just gonna have to forgive me for that one. I love how once you just start destroying a bunch of stuff, you can't tell what's happening one way or another. It's just too many explosion graphics to even parse what's going on. Boy, this is goofy music. That feels like a decent score for getting at the dragon. And we didn't lose any lives, so that's of course very helpful all the time. Get him down. Yeah! You get him down quick. That's the ticket. No, I felt like I destroyed a good amount of things that round. But now it's this level, and I hate this level. I know I hate it because I've never made it past it. Bad things, I mean, hard things bad. Not bad things hard, not necessarily. There are plenty of bad easy games. Just stay walking on the ground here. Although I don't really feel convinced that this is particularly safe. I was just gonna say, I'm getting awfully close to those things, which I know can nail me. What? I could have sworn Wow. What I could have sworn doesn't matter one bit, clearly. Spooky dodges here. See, I didn't even really see that shot because it was getting blocked by all the other sprites. That is the prime issue of Master System Space Harrier. It was the issue with the first game, it's the issue with this one too. That I did see, I just, you know, the depth perception once again kicked me. So still haven't made it past level 2. Here's hoping that happens, because if it doesn't, I'll be real embarrassed. Today we are, cuz, I don't know, man. You get 3 letters, that's not a lot to work with. And what are you gonna do unless your name is Ted? Look at that running animation, though. I probably made this joke in the first Space Harrier, but I'm just gonna ask this ponderance again. Who would win in a foot race? World Runner or the Space Harrier guy? They both do be running at incredible speeds, so they cannot be denied. Okay. That thing tripped me, but I did not die from it, so I'll consider that a success. The frame rate is just incredible. But the frame rate wouldn't even be so bad if it wasn't for the sprites overriding each other. That, I think, is the biggest issue. I'm gonna say that 75 more times in this episode, by the way. Gonna average that at like 1.2 per minute. This guy, the soundtrack's kind of charming, right? I mean, it's goofy. It feels very cheap, but it's got its charms. Come on. Destroyed by a TIE fighter yet again. That was kind of my own fault there, admittedly. I don't feel super gypped there. I should have gotten less greedy, gotten out of its way, but it was there, and it was asking to be shot, so I was like, I gotta do it, man. It's alright. Very low scoring round that time, but what else do you want from me, man? Well, that's the first time I've died to the boss, which I guess is what they expect you to die to, rather than dying to the lowly TIE fighters. The knockoff TIE fighters at that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, you know? It's a Saturday morning. I'm spending it playing Space Harrier 3D. Great use of time. We have no lives left, so we're gonna pretty much be on notice. And there I am getting super aggressive against enemies that can knock me straight out of the sky. Is it wise? No. But it does prove I've got some guts to me, right? These things have been known to toy with me. That I wasn't expecting, though. Hitting the top of the phallic symbol, and that ends your entire game right there. Rest in peace to us. Okay, well, I guess this time... Oh, look at that. We were so close to the score before that. That calls for a move. Can we beat the top score? Well, we gotta get past stage 2, which is apparently a taller order than you would have thought. Basically, it's gotta, you know, run back and forth and manically shoot and hope that you hit something. That's awful. Dying that early into it. You're not gonna make any friends with that kind of play there. That's 5 subscribers gone. Now you're down to 3. No, I have no idea what my subscriber count is. I don't look at that stuff, honestly. I just say, hey, just make the videos and come what may. If 5 people enjoy watching you, then that's 5 reasons to keep making videos. Don't think of it as 7 trillion reasons to not make videos. I think there's 5 reasons to make them. It's a slightly healthier way of thinking. Okay, well, I thought I would have destroyed all of those, and instead I destroyed, like, 1. So that's great, Space Harrier 3D. I appreciate it. Kind of surprised I did not perish a fiery death. Perish in a fiery death, I suppose, is more what you want to say, to be grammatically sensical. Or maybe I said perish, semicolon, a fiery death. It just didn't translate well verbally. Yeah, I do have read the book to get that one. I apologize. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll write a book about my experiences. It'll be called... No, I wouldn't feel qualified to write a book about the Master System's library unless I had played all of them all the way through, right? I mean, obviously with games like Alex Kidd and the Lost Star, an hour is plenty. God, I can't believe how short that game was, and easy too. But then again, you're never gonna get to the point where you'll play every video game out there. I mean, you could maybe, like, weasel your way into trying every video game out there. That would be a tall order. But no one has the time to beat them all, even if you do it for a living. That's how time works. Time is the thing that you put on the wall or wear it on your wrist. past is far behind us, the future doesn't exist. So that's just lazy. Now I'm just taking other content creators' lines and using them against them. I miss Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. That was one of the finest YouTube series I have had the pleasure of observing, right next to Alan Tutorial. That's some old school stuff there. If you've never watched Alan Tutorial, trust me, it's worth it. As dumb as it starts, it is worth going all the way through. A wild ride. Have we finally... Oh, no. I was gonna say, have we made it to the boss of Stage 2? The answer is no. I was gonna say, don't ram into me, boyos. Oh, they're getting real close. Yeah, okay, boss time. Can we beat it or will we die? It's probably just another dragon, right? It's gonna be like Mag Max where we just fight the same dragon. Oh no! These guys look like they're about to start a dance-off against me. That's a lot of bullets. Kinda ate it. I mean, at least we made it to them, I guess, if you really wanna be optimistic in a way. That calls for a wow. Can't believe that fuck is just on there and I wasn't even the one who had to put it in there. The disrespect. Yeah, the episode's, I don't know if it feels like it's dragging or if it's actually going by kind of quickly. I mean, you know. I always do prefer a game where you can see new things constantly, you know. In other words, I'm not a huge fan of the arcade-styled games. That's what I'm really trying to say here. God save me when I have to play Pac-Man. I'm gonna be beside myself doing the same maze 50 times. Oh, come on. I had even intended to just go straight up, but for some reason my thumb was like, nah, man, you're gonna take a little downward turn there as well. Well, whatever you say, thumb. I'm at your mercy. I don't have any kind of control here. See, that's a little more like it. Not like last time where I missed like all of them. That time I missed all but one. I mean, no. I hit all but one. There we go. There's the words. Dude, gonna be humming this song in my sleep. This particular track, it's growing on me. I cannot lie. Apologies for any tin can sounds you may hear. It's okay. We'll all survive. I'd like to say that I feel like I'm improving, but I'm really not. Until I make it past stage 2, I cannot claim to have improved. Yeah, just shoot those bullets in totally random patterns. It's okay. We got them. Now, if we make it to the stage 2 boss, which is no guarantee, I definitely got to focus on one at a time, I feel. That's the tactic. Which might be the most duh statement that I've ever made, but last time I got so thrown off by the sheer volume of bosses on the screen that I just kind of shot wildly at whoever was there. Led to a lot of very spread out damage, which is not how you want to do things. Not in this game, not in any other game. Unless it's a game where that works. There's your high-level analysis. No. Get out of here, man. Don't ever talk to me or my son ever again. I hate the phallic pillars. They are my nemesis, 110%. I am amazed I have not crashed into one in a while, actually. Got a few of those little dragony demony heads, so really all I can hope to do is just live. Like, yeah, it'd be great to kill them all. And see, these ones I can just take on head on. They don't actually come all the way to the front of the screen, so I don't think that they'll kill me if I, if I get in front of them. But you never know until you see it in action. Okay, we have a life. Questionable subjective statement. We objectively have a 1-up left in Space Harrier 3D. There we go, there we go. Look at that. We took one of the guys out early. There's the other one down. We have one left. This should be, yeah, look at that, look at that. Not even hard. Okay, we have improved. We have officially improved. Not pranked, not a lie, not a scam. First time we've made it to stage 3. Bits. I assume they call it bits because it looks like a motherboard or something like that. It looks like a motherboard that people who don't know what motherboards look like. These are also phallic. What is going on here? Welcome to Space Harrier 3D, where everything is a penis. Just awful. I almost got the 4 million. So close. But it was too hectic. As such, I'm right behind there. Oh. Well, I guess our name now is, well, you know, it kind of had to happen at some point. So yes, that was a new paradigm for us. We never made it that far before. Now we're gonna miserably claw our way back and see what we can do. It's just so weird to me that this is the only version of this game. Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm doing it. I'm resetting. You die that early? It's like, no. Don't accept that. You don't have to take that from anybody. Yeah. It's not worth shooting it if it means you yourself will more than likely die and it will stay alive. And then there's that. Then there are the bullets, which I so frequently forget exist. Yeah. I am Space Harrier's nemesis. Or Space Harrier's my nemesis. Space Harrier doesn't even know that I exist. So, like, I don't even know your name. How does that go? You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. That's my relationship with Space Harrier. Yeah, got them all that time. Never mind, I'm rejuvenated. Everything's good. I wonder what the song would sound like with a better sound chip. Death is what it would sound like. You have those kinds of thoughts, you're out. But remember, it's not Afterburner. Things could be worse. This is why I'm really glad I'm only doing the US library for the Master System and not the, like, Brazilian one, because it would just be full of extremely underpowered ports. Very few essential plays on the Brazilian Master System lineup. Sorry, Brazil. I'm not trying to be rude. Hooray! Stage 2 again! This one's just stressful. I mean, I get the gimmick. The whole, you know, avoid the pillars from Sex World. But I don't like the gimmick. That's the crucial thing to note there. I will say one thing. This game is clogging up my cranial arteries. I'm having a hard time, you know, speaking words consistently while playing this, because it is demanding a good amount of my attention just to stay alive and in one piece. So I guess it's doing something right. Oh, come on. I thought I was shifted far enough to the right. I wasn't. Am I nuts? Like, is the perspective not as hard as I'm making out to be, or is it actually as ridiculous as I think it is? Let me know, because if it looks off to you as well, then I'll feel better. Oh, yeah, I guess this time we're just, That's how I feel, so that's an appropriate name. Halfway through this 60 minutes. Come on, boy. There's some real interesting stuff, actually, that's coming up on the Master System. Some stuff that I have not heard of before that could actually be pretty promising. Not immediately, but eventually. I look forward to it. We're getting into that definite unknown period. I mean, actually, a good chunk of the Master System has been the unknown for me, as it is for most Americans. But, you know, when you see stuff like great baseball, you're like, oh, that's baseball. There are still one or two sports games left on here, but not nearly the amount that we're going to see on the NES. I've been thinking about handhelds. And I was like, do I want to do the handhelds? My answer is yes, but I don't want to do them immediately. Just because if I were to do the Game Boy directly after the NES, there were so many, like, NES to Game Boy ports that it would feel a little bit samey. So I think what I want to do, I think if I ever complete the NES series, I might just jump straight into the Super Nintendo. And then if I ever complete that, I'll do the N64, which would actually be a pretty doable series because, it's not a very large library. And then go, like, straight to the GameCube. Maybe throw the Virtual Boy in there somewhere. I don't know. And then, if I ever, like, complete the Nintendo consoles up to the GameCube, then I'd say, okay, let's try handhelds. I think that would be enough time past for, well, that would be years and years and years past, to where nobody would mind seeing Game Boy at that point here. But I don't think I want to go straight from the NES to Game Boy. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, a lot of it would feel very similar. Just grayscale instead of colored. So I think that's how I'm going to do things. That is, of course, assuming that I can, you know, keep it up, which I've failed before, but I'd like to. Just remember, if you can play Space Harrier 3D for an hour, you can play anything for an hour. And as always, I do have to also clarify, I do not mind it. I do not mind sitting here and playing a game that I may not vibe with completely. Because it's still a video game, and I still appreciate its existence. Gotta keep the optimism for the medium going. Because someone's gotta. In a sea of Jim Sterling's, Bia stop skeletons from fighting. That's what I say. I'm not saying that Jim Sterling is a bad content creator either, mind you. I'm just saying, you know, he tends to skew on the negative side of things more often than not. Far more likely to hear him talk about what's wrong with gaming rather than what's right with gaming. And what's right with gaming? Everything. Okay, that's not true, but it plays into the gimmick. You keep a happy environment going, and the people who watch you will remain happy. That's the theory behind it, at least. Alright, we got the big boys again here. Let's see if we can make it past them a second time. We have no extra lives, but we also didn't die to them when I actually took them down. Well, not so that time. There's just too many energy balls all over. That's a shame. I'd love to make it to level 3 again at some point here. Ow. We don't have to use 3 letters. We can use 1. We can use 2. We can't use 4. It's too many. Don't get greedy with your letter usage here. Save some bits for the rest of the game, man. It's an 8-bit system. It doesn't have that much power behind it, man. I have died to that machine so many times. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna reset. Don't think I won't. Don't think I won't do it. I believe in myself too much to allow myself to die right there. I shouldn't, because I haven't really given any indication that I'm better than that. Yeah, just avoid them. Just let them pass. If you can get to them early, then fine, go for it. But don't charge them when they're coming near the screen. That's the golden rule. What am I doing? I'm charging when they're coming towards the screen. Golden rule number 2. Don't follow your own advice. You don't know any better. Beautiful. We're still alive. Don't mess it all up now. I don't mind those enemies. I think I've only died to one of them like once. They mostly just kind of mind their own business. You dodge that first bullet and they pull up and then they're an easy kill, you know? Can't complain about that. And if you do, well, then you just want to complain. So says I. Yep, don't let them crash into you. Remember your training. Oh yeah, got all 3 of them that were incoming. That's the stuff I love to see right there. Another easy kill. Rather low scoring, but that's okay. I made it with both lives intact. Alright, and we'll get him. We got him quickly. Good. Yeah. 1-8 instead of 1-9. Usually we have a 19 there in those first two digits, so this is definitely on the lower scoring side here. But we've survived, which, if we can keep up that survival game, that'll pay dividends. Sacrifice some early points for more later points. And then try to survive as the explosion sprites consume everything on the screen. Survive through these guys. They can, in fact, ram you off the screen, but we're good. Yeah, just, I was gonna say, let that one go? Nope. Because those ones do not ram the full way. I've stayed remarkably on topic about the game, so, you know, maybe I gotta give it more credit there. It is forcing me to keep it in the front of my brain rather than stashed away in the back while I talk about how horrible the game is. I hate these enemies. Combined with the Tower of Power all around you, it's... that's a brutal segment. I'm like, throw me a bone here, man. The game says, why would I do that? I'm trying to actively kill you. I'm trying to get your quarters that you're not spending on this because I'm a home console game. I'm like, oh yeah, good point. I didn't even think of that. Okay, the boss, we have an extra life, so we should be able to at least beat it. I'm mashing. If nothing else, I certainly do be mashing. Yep, fly low, fly high, fly low, just make this general pattern, and I should be okay. I mean, I'll never hit them, but... Okay, nope, never mind, I will eventually hit them. There we go! Yes! Yes! Perfect! Incredible! I want the 4 million. I want it bad, man. No idea. Just want to set that high score. Beat the system. I'm not going to fill the high scoreboard. I'm just going to make that very clear right now. But I don't see any reason why I can't set the high score. It's like always my short-term goal for these arcadey episodes. Just beat the top score that's built into the game. It's not that tall of an order. I did beat it, and then I immediately died, but I have one more life left. I might be able to make something else happen in the time that I'm here. Everything. Too many phalluses. Get them out of here. Look at that. We're taking that score and we're running with it. Whatever you things are, just get out of here. Everything must be destroyed. Everything must go. Dang it. I hate how those towers, they like grow up out of the ground at you. But I did beat the high score. So that's something. Still haven't seen level 4. I'm never going to. What's a good name for this? You know what? Beating the high score, I sleep. I sleep. You still got CA and Bow on there. Oh, right. I reset it. I reset the console, so these all my other high scores are gone. Well, that'll teach me to do that. I guess RetroArch does not save those high scores anywhere. Probably shouldn't have expected it to. RetroArch's like, yo, you want me to work overtime here? I'm a free piece of software. What do you want from me? It's an incredible piece of free software, though, gotta say. I remember back in the day when I had to run 500 different emulators for different things, and now I just have RetroArch. Oh, baby. Oh, come on. We're okay. That's all I want, is to just live, you know? That's all anybody wants. All I want is to get the next episode out. I'm done with these Space Harrier 3D. I am not sold on you. I was hoping. I was like, since it was built for the Master System, maybe it'll be better. Maybe they'll have uncovered some new hidden technologies. Sega's like, nah, man. Just kind of threw in some new sprites and some vaguely different patterns. That's it. And gave you the corny soundtracks that you've always desired. I was gonna say, just give me the dragon. That was very low scoring, by the way. And then I died to the dragon. You gotta be kidding me right now, man. I found the shooting techniques. You alternate between both fire buttons, and then you have true shooting mastery. Just a rain of bullets going everywhere. I forgot, that one goes all the way. Yeah, I'm tapped out on this episode, you know, I'm not too ashamed to admit it. It's, it has conquered me. How have we scored 2 million? Oh, no, right, we're in level 2. I was like, this is level 1, how do I have 2 million points? It's like, no, man, it's not level 1, I'm getting, wake up, sheeple. All right. I say all right as if I'm gonna say something. Wake up the crowd who is undoubtedly snoozing right now. Sorry, man. Can we at least beat this boss again? Let's find out. Got rid of the first guy immediately. Got rid of the second guy immediately. Oh, God. I don't know where his bullets even are. Okay, yeah, we got him. Easy. Why was I even concerned? Now, stage 3. This is where I get a little on edge. Because now we get the towers that just kind of erupt from the ground. They look like things you can shoot, but then it's like, ooh, nope, sorry, I'm a full building. It's just like that, see? Got these things ominously flying towards me. Oh, they seek you out, too. They are out for blood. These suck as well, because their bullets are big and they crash into you when they get to the front of the screen. It's just everything I hate in an enemy in this game, rolled into one inconvenient package. And then we touch the tip anyway. Come on, man. Yeah, I didn't make a lot of progress in this game. I only got like 9 minutes left or something like that, and it hasn't been impressive. I need an SOS from this game here. I'm here drooling at some of the things that I see after this, and I'm like, I've never heard of that. That sounds fun. You know how you can just like look at the title of a game and think like, that's gonna be interesting, I think. That's what I'm feeling with a lot of these late stage Master System games. And we are in the late stage too. Master System's library, you know, it was not robust in the US, and we're entering the twilight days. I'm not saying that it's going to be over in like a week or something like that. No, we got plenty of content left to milk out of this this beautiful Sega-shaped cow. I won't restart. I know I died early, but I don't care anymore, you know. I'm drained. All of my concerns with the world are gone. We're vibing now. Speaking of vibing, listen to The Sword for the first time in a while. I'm convinced that the term stoner rock just means has the greatest guitar riffs of all time. If you listen to an album and it's tagged with that stoner rock label, be prepared for the juiciest riffage. That is indeed The Sword. I know when they were a new band back in like 2006, people were all like, "Oh, they're just trying to sound like all the other old metal bands way back then." And nowadays, everyone's like, "Yeah, so." They do it well, is the thing. It's not like your Greta Van Fleets of the world where it's like, "Hey, they sound like Led Zeppelin." They're like, "Oh no, we don't." Unless you think we do, well then I guess maybe kind of. And then it's like, yeah, but the problem is you sound like Led Zeppelin, but just worse. I hate Greta Van Fleet. I really, truly do. That was a high-scoring stage, right? I scored a lot of points that time. Maybe it was the death. Maybe the death sets you back enough to where you can get, like, some kills multiple times. That was abysmal. Why did he shoot way up there? I didn't even go up there. I was here thinking that they only aim their shots at where you are, but, I mean, I'm clearly sorely mistaken. This is the filler episode of 60 Minutes to Lose. When people tell you that, like, only half of Bleach is worth it because the other half is filler, that's this series. But it's content, right? It's juicy content. With a big question mark on the end. Get him. Or don't get him, or just crash into the tip again. Ah! I feel him. When he said, ah! I felt that. Oh, I guess we're gonna start with A. Yeah, we'll just recreate our final words there. Come on, man. Give me the G. There we go. Well, I guess we'll do one more, because I have 5 minutes to kill. I'll sometimes steal 1 or 2 minutes from you, but 5 minutes? No. Not even I'm that cheap. crazy how I can play this first level so many times and seem to not actually get any better at it. I'm doing better than some people would, though. I do know a few people who try as they may. It's just, they don't adapt well to older video games. I'm not going to say, oh, they're a bad gamer. No. Just specifically older titles they can't seem to wrap their heads around. And that's fine, because they don't really play them very often. They do hit different. If the only system that you've played is like the PS4 or later, then yeah, you're probably going to have a hard time adapting to a Sega Master System game. And vice versa, too. If you haven't played a game since 1988, you're going to be a lost cause on your first PlayStation 4 game. Oh, come on. The deaths! Knock it off, man. That was extremely bold, and I shouldn't have done it, but it paid off, I suppose. I got all the kills I was looking for. Wish I had more for you. Should have more anecdotes, but you know, it's just too early in the morning. I haven't done anything. I talked a little bit about the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but that's not even why you're here. You know, you don't care about you don't care about Formula One, unless you do, in which case, welcome. Welcome to my vlog where we have Space Harrier 3D as the background. I'm not even playing it. I just found some other long player. If you uploaded this as a long play, this would be the worst long play ever, man. Long plays are supposed to be minimal mistakes, heavily edited if you want. That's fine. No one cares. They're just supposed to show the full game as efficiently as possible. God bless long players, man. They provide footage for those of us who are too lazy to capture it ourselves. I say us and we as if I'm using that footage. I did consider like doing an actual like well put together documentary style video on the Assassin's Creed series until I realized it would take work. Because I have played every Assassin's Creed game actually. Not just like the mainline ones, but the portable spin-offs and everything too. I'm talking every game I have played. Except for... okay, I should put an asterisk on that. Every full retail available Assassin's Creed game. Ah, you kidding me? That's how the run ends right there? I'm not starting another one. This is the minute and a half that I'll rob you of. That's Space Harrier 3D for you. It's not very good, I would say. I would definitely say that actually it is the weakest of the crop so far, even below Maze Hunter 3D, which I don't remember horribly well because that was when I fell off the face of the planet. But no, Space Harrier 3D, get the heck out of here. I think it may have actually even been slightly less playable than Space Harrier 1. I'm not totally certain, but they're basically the same game. So I don't know. Either way, we made it. Kinda. We're at the end of the video. So what's next? Well, you know, we're going back to the NES as we do, as is typical of the way that we do things around here. And we'll be playing Mickey Mousecapade. That's right, one of the classic Capcom Disney games. Will it be as good as all the other Capcom Disney games you know and love? I don't know, man. Maybe it'll be the worst one of the bunch. Who knows? Either way, join me tomorrow for Mickey Mousecapade, or tomorrow, or whenever I happen to record it. Probably tomorrow. I don't think I got anything going on. But either way, as always, thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time.